The hardest part of Aerie is kind of every part. I mean, if you're going to be in it, you have to be dedicated. I graduated like 3 days ago, and I'm back at the school doing mailings for Aerie International.
My name is Alex Messenger.
My name is Emma Mitchell.
My name is Sam Blancroft.
My name is Eden Robinson.
My name is Sebastian Mansour.
I live in Carlisle.
And I am part of the Aerie International.
Aerie International is our Big Sky High School's literary magazine that connects people from all over the world and students all over the world, young people, and gets them in a place where they can feel proud of their work and show the rest of the world their work. And it not only helps them network and put themselves out there and get noticed, but it helps every single one of us as a staff member grow exponentially, because we go from being a student to somebody who works on a piece of work that hardly, no one really gets to do, and we are sitting here as teenagers and get to make a book and show the world, the rest of the world. A typical day in Aerie. Okay, so you get there and you see all of your friends and it's immediately exciting, and then Laura Lee talks and it's immediately intimidating, and then but as soon as you know exactly how much work you have to do, you're a little bit frightened, but you're more excited. It's a thrill. Aerie was never boring. I went there and I would kind of be like, wow, what don't we have to do today that we do every single day? But that's what makes it the best class I had all year.
My favorite thing about Aerie International is definitely the international aspect and learning about different cultures and reading things written by kids from like South Africa and Russia is so cool.
The people who submit to Aerie are very much a part of Aerie, and they might not even know it, but all of the students are constantly trying to find out more about their personal lives. Their bios are just the best things to read in the very beginning. Finding out where people are from and what they like to do and how they're connected to their own either works of art or pieces of writing. It's not uncommon to walk in and find maybe 4 or 5 people hovering over one photo and discussing why this person chose to do that or who this person might be. I think every Aerie person has this sense of humor underlying in them where we kind of make things up all of the time.
I think that the other part was just that feeling of unity with places far away, because to be a writer at that age and then communicate kind of just solely through your poetry is a really interesting way to meet somebody. And so we would always be referring to like people that we didn't know but had sent in poems like, oh, well, you know, we should put Ben on page 5, and there was just this sense of closeness.
In our class, we were all already taken a creative writing class, but none of us thinks of ourselves as professionals. We just have this opportunity to work on this literary magazine. And when we receive submissions from all over the world that are sometimes so amazing, it really pushes us to not only want to share it, but to write that well ourselves. We're constantly shocked by how good our submissions are every year and how much better they are the next year.
As far as how it fits into the school, I think it's an amazingly high quality outlet for those people that have a desire to write. It also sets an example for what high school students can accomplish, and that's for people that aren't involved, but when they read the magazine they see their peers writing very well, and I would hope that they realize that they too could do the same.
I think the community benefits in a lot of ways. I think the community benefits anytime a group of young people does something so meaningful, and I do feel that it's very meaningful because it brings a sense of, you know, connection to the world. And I think that it encourages us and who are involved, and then people who read it, to see that like these are the people that we're affecting. These are people we're impacting, and we need to be conscious. I mean, to take it to the furthest extent, I think it raises consciousness.
In the last week of Aerie putting the book together and making the book It's like Aerie's always been a family, but Aerie is your household, and you go there, and that's where you live. Lauralee is your mom, and she's not a nice mom the last week until you get the book, but it's very stressful and very exhilarating. Like on a Friday night, you come in when you have the chance, and you see 13 people hovering over pages on the floor, and you immediately have to jump in and start working on it too. And so it gets very argumentative. It's a very passionate room. Everyone loves what they're doing, and we all want to create the best book possible, so that's why we come in whenever we can, work as much as we can.
I remember helping a student write a letter that said that both the arts and the sciences share very much in common. Number one is creativity. Number two, commitment to the task. And be ready for serendipity, to accept serendipity. And I think that's true. When something occurs before your very eyes, either in the writing lab or in the scientific lab, you have to be prepared to react to the unexpected.
Aerie International especially is very different because it's made solely by students, for students, and it's international. And there are other magazines that go across the world, but they're usually teacher-made, and this is entirely student-run.
So seeing a bio picture is like this big defining moment where you see what the person looks like, but seeing a video of them talking to you about Aerie changes everything completely. When I first saw the videos of the people from Cambodia, it was like extraordinary kind of, because you see these people and you know that they're from a different place and you understand different cultures, the concept of it at least. But when you see the people talking and they talk about their work and how Aerie has affected their lives, you feel like you have witnessed a piece of another part of the world, which otherwise you wouldn't have the opportunity to do unless you travel. But this is still different in the sense that you've changed somebody. You didn't just experience a new thing, you experienced it with someone else from a different place. Another different aspect is you get to see their actual works of art, where we get them submitted electronically and we see these little tiny digital pictures, and that's how we decide what's good and what's not. But when you see them in full scale, they're even better than you could imagine in a literary magazine. Our magazine is kind of like a preview to how amazing the art is out there by people our age.
Dear reader, welcome to the 4th volume of Aerie International. As you begin your tour of our magazine, please remember to keep your hands and feet inside the book at all times. This year has been very hectic, even by Aerie standards. Luckily, we are very good at adapting to our environment and excited to be sending out this magazine into the hands of awesome people like you. As in past years, we have received submissions which exceeded our expectations completely. Over 300 writing and visual art submissions were sent from all nooks of the world. We were excited, as always, of course, to reconnect with old friends like Carlisle, United Kingdom, and Kazan, Russia. Your submissions make us all citizens of the world.
The goal of Aerie is, and always has been, to connect individuals around the world through the writing and art of students. We'd like to sit in our naive world of literary whimsy and dream of a day when conflicts will be solved by writing bitter and stinging poems to enemies. In that world, friends would be made through the exchange of literary magazines. We at Aerie like to view our magazine as a harbinger of peace, attempting to extend the voices of students to all residents of Earth.
Finally, thank you, reader. We would like to throw our metaphorical arms around you. The dreams of our editorial staff are realized thanks to individuals such as yourselves. Within these pages lie our very souls. Well, that's a little melodramatic, but we think you get it. We hope as you go through the pages of our magazine, you feel an intense urge to form a connection with someone else in a distant land. If we were the benevolent dictators of Earth, all citizens would have at least 5 pen pals in different countries, and literary arts magazines would be required reading for all. Here's looking at you, kid. We wish you the best. Mackenzie Enich and
Emily Ward.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Aishan. I live in Siem Reap, Cambodia. Hello, my name is Supatra. I live in Croatia, Cambodia. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dim Bunthai. I live in Siem Reap, Cambodia. I am part of Aerie International.